5, fill in the blank. Number 5, panic-stricken climate. Together, we have 4 blanks here in this text. If you already done, we are going to find out the answer together now. First, the scientific community that studies climate change is quietly panic-stricken because things are moving much faster than they expected. They are talking about the scientific community that studies climate change, global warming, is quietly panic-stricken. Why? Because a lot of things are moving much faster than they expected or than they predicted that it would be, For example, greenhouse gas emissions are going up faster than both from industrializing countries in Asia and from melting permafrost in Siberia and Canada. So they are talking about greenhouse gas emission. What option is the most suitable for our first one? Let's have a look at the meaning of everything, because everything here ending with ed, verb ed form. So now we have to understand, or we have to know the meaning of each option. I think you know the meaning of credit, right? Form. We used to form with idea or the trend, form an idea or form the new trend. It cannot be in this, it cannot be the answer here. Predicted, as I said earlier, predicted, expected is quite similar. It's got the similar meaning. So here we have to go with predicted. Greenhouse gas emissions are going up faster than they predicted or than they expected, both from Asia and from Canada and Siberia. And order also, I think you understand the meaning of order. You can order someone to do something, or you can order something for yourself. Now let's continue. The Arctic sea ice is melting so fast that the whole ocean may be ice-free in late summer in 5 years' time. They're talking about Arctic sea ice is melting so fast that they predicted that in 5 years' time the ocean may be ice-free. So maybe there is no more ice in 5 years' time. Most climate scientists now see last year's report of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, whose forecasts are used by most governments for planning purposes, as a historical document. So in here, most climate scientists now see last year's report. From here to here, it's just an extra information, so you don't really need to understand everything here. The most important thing is just here, a historical document. Here you got article A, and then you got the blank here. You got historical and document. Normally article A followed by a noun, right? A document. And then in this blank you got historical that modify document. Historical is adjective. You got article, adjective, and document as a noun here. So in this blank, what do you think? What kind of part of speech that we can fit in this blank? The answer is adverb, because adverb can modify adjective here. So we have purely, evenly, disproportionately, and seemingly. Everything is adverb again, unfortunately. Now we are going to see the meaning of each adverb. Start with purely. Purely means only or completely. For example, I saw the letter purely by chance. It means that I saw the letter only by chance. The charity is run on a purely voluntary basis. Or the last example, she took the job purely or only and simply for the money. The second one, evenly, it means in a smooth or regular or equal way. For example, if I say, make sure the paint covers the surface evenly, like smoothly, cover everything, cover all the space that you paint. The third one, disproportionately, means in a way that is too large or too small when compared with something else. For example, the lower paid spend a disproportionately large amount of their earnings on food. And then the last one, seemingly, is also an adverb. It means in a way that appears to be true, but may in fact not be true. For example, a seemingly stupid question, or a seemingly endless journey, or the last example, it was a seemingly impossible task. Now, what do you think? Which one is the best option for this blank? I have to go with purely, a purely historical document. Think you agree with me that we have to go with purely historical document in this second blank. Let's continue. Second, the biggest early impact of global warming will be on the food supply. Now they're talking about the second thing. The biggest impact, you see here, have impact always followed by on, impact on something. The biggest early impact of global warming will be on the food supply, both locally and globally. Locally means in the country, like domestic, and globally means another country, like international. When the global average temperature hits 1.5 degrees hotter, and it will, the carbon dioxide already in the atmosphere. Now they're talking about the temperature, the global average temperature hits here. This is very important here. Hits. I will tell you shortly why we have to focus on this word. Okay, let's continue. When the global average temperature hits 1.5 degree, you see this sentence here, and the carbon dioxide already in the atmosphere adds to that much warming. In the third blank, we have verb commit, but is all different, appearance, like commit with s, commit verb infinitive, committing ending with ing like gerund, and then committed as a past participle or verb ended with ed. Do you think is the correct answer in this third blank? Earlier I mentioned that we have to pay attention, we have to focus on this verb hits, because this one and this blank, it must be the same tense. The carbon dioxide, is it singular or plural? The carbon dioxide is an uncountable noun which is treated as singular noun. Therefore, we have to use commits with s. We cannot use committing. Another reason why we cannot use committing is because after the subject, after the carbon dioxide, we need a verb to complete this sentence. We need a verb to complete this sentence. But if you fill with committing is a gerund considered as a noun, so we cannot use committing in this case. Or being said that the third one, we have to go with commits. Some countries will no longer be able to feed their people. Others further from the equator will still have enough food for themselves, but none to dash. They're talking about the consequences of global warming. They said that some countries will not be able to have food for their citizens, for their people, but other countries further from the equator will still have enough food for themselves, but they will not have enough food for. Can you guess the answer? I think the answer must be something like to give away, to give to other countries. And now you can try to find the option that match your guess. So now let's have a look at the option spare. What does it mean, spare? Spare is the answer of this blank, because spare means to give to other, to give to other or to stock. When you need it, you need to spare. You need to spare some food for particular situation in the future. This is the meaning of spare. Now let's recap all the answers that we have done together. The first one are going up faster than predicted, because predicted and expected is similar meaning, got the similar meaning. The second one, we have to go with purely historical document. Purely is an adverb. The third one, we have to go with the same present tense as hits, because we got hits with the s here. The last one, number 4, we have to go with to spare. Some countries might have enough food for themselves, but they won't have enough food for giving to other countries. I hope I was clear enough in this question. Number 5, panic-stricken climate. If you still have any other questions, you can still comment down below here, and then I will answer your question as soon as possible. I will see you soon in the next question, the question number 6 in the next video. Bye bye.